All right, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to BPRL. We're here at the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalonia for the Spanish Grand Prix. This is round 6 of the Season 2.5 Championship. So, let's get this race underway. All right, so as I said, we're here at the Barcelona circuit for, of course, the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalonia, the Spanish Grand Prix. Absolutely amazing circuit here in Spain. Let's quickly talk about the circuit before we get into the race, of course. So the circuit has 16 turns and has a circuit distance of 4.655 kilometers. That's 2.892 miles long. And then, of course, there are also 2 DRS zones to encourage overtaking for around here. The most common one is in between turn 16 of Catalonia and the first turn. That's the best place to make overtakes, like I did mention. And yeah, that will also be the best place to have the biggest amount of speed as well. I do believe drivers can go up to about 215 to 220 miles per hour down the straight. Pretty high amount of speed. So that's where we're going to see the top speeds and also the best places to overtake. And then, of course, after turn 1, there's a lot of places to overtake within that first sector. And then, of course, I did mention there's a second DRS zone. That is in between, I do believe it's turn 9 and turn 10. It's just a small DRS zone, but it is a place to overtake. But with all the details aside about the track, we'll get into more details, overtakes, all that sort of thing, a little bit later into the race. But I want to introduce you all to our commentary team. Like I said, we're here at BPRL for another race. This is round 6 of the championship event. You join us with 12 minutes remaining of the qualifying session here today. And we got to talk about our commentary team for the Grand Prix here today. Of course, it's me streaming the Grand Prix, Broomhandle 914, and joining me in the comms booth is Luke Flano and Will. Welcome, guys, to the commentary. Now, all of you know Luke Flano. He's commentated many times before. Will, you're a new person into this the commentary style of this league. Now, we all know you from other leagues, from commentary. Great commentator as well. How are you two both feeling about the Grand Prix here at Spain, and what can we expect from our drivers going into round 6?
Well, obviously, following the past 6 rounds, Hiddy has been incredibly strong, currently 87 points in the championship, so expecting big things from the Racing Point driver here today. Also Alexi, also known as Big Baguette, the Ferrari driver. He's been on cracking form recently, showing great race pace. So expecting a big showdown here in Spain. So what about you, Luke?
Yeah, obviously, I think the common thought about this track is that overtaking chances are at a premium. But you know, we thought that about Hungary earlier in the season, and we were proved wrong. We had a fairly exciting race there, so hopefully we can have something similar today.
Yeah, good talking points, guys. We do have a Ferrari in the middle of the track going the opposite direction. That's Furry Lando in the middle of the track at turn number 9, I do believe, the exit of that. But yeah, I want to cover what you guys just said there. Really looking forward to the race. Of course, really looking to have a great commentary, especially with you two. Will, you just mentioned the standings. That is something big that we have to talk about because Hida, like you said, I think you said 87 points ahead of the next place driver. Am I correct? You said that?
Not 87 points. That his current points total.
Oh, okay.
No. He's currently, I think, 29 points off the lead on Hiddy. So it's going to be very tight today. Obviously, round here, as Luke mentioned, it can provide some good overtaking opportunity. Referencing Hungary earlier on in the calendar, main thing about this track is it's got a very, very good second sector. So, like turn 9, especially on DRS, you can get down there and potentially make an overtake into turn 10. And then obviously you've got that long DRS straight going from turn 16 to turn 1. So. Should see some really good racing here between quite a few of the drivers.
Yeah, you two both mentioned that there was some interesting overtaking opportunities for around here. That's going to be something that we're going to be looking into during the race, of course. That is, of course, the highlight of Formula One racing is the overtakes, of course. Drivers will be wanting to make those overtakes as soon as possible to be able to score those big points in the races. And we also referenced Hungary. Both of you mentioned that. I'm going to also mention that. That race is got, or the Budapest circuit, the Hungaroring as it is called. That race is actually, or that circuit in particular, I'm losing my words today, is doesn't have that many places to overtake. It's similar, like Spain, as we did mention. Because there's not that many places to overtake, but look how well that race turned out, and so I think we could get a very, very exciting race here today at Spain. Of course, BPRL for the past couple of races has been absolutely entertaining. I wasn't here for the Irish Grand Prix, but I was here for the previous two rounds. We mentioned Hungary, the British Grand Prix as well. That was an insane Grand Prix as well, because I do believe we had a driver that was outside the top 5 on the last lap of the race, and he won. I do believe it was Big Baguette, I do believe, in the Ferrari, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it just shows how this league can be, and I want to get your guys' take on our drivers. We mentioned the track, we mentioned, of course, BPRL, but what about these drivers? Who do you guys think is going to be able to score some big points here today at the Catalonia circuit?
Go on, Luke, I'll let you answer first this time, mate.
Okay. Well, obviously you've got I'd say Zero and Hidde will probably be the two favourites. I'd say they've been the main performers so far this season. But we've got a few new guys recently. Obviously Tugbird, this is his debut, if I'm not mistaken, up in P2 at the moment. Expecting something good from him today. Portudude in the Haas making his second appearance. I think unfortunately he didn't finish the last race, but I'll be hoping for a better result today. And I would say the other new one, Shizou Name Changer. Not too familiar with him, but you know, he's in Shizou, so maybe that is a sign of how fast he is.
Well, from me, I'll highlight the potential dark horses of this race. Currently in P3, as we see Name Changer, as you've just said, go fastest with a 114 flat. I'd say Thugbird, obviously reserving in the McLaren. I've watched a few of his races, obviously, as he is in Ecos with me, and the guy has some incredible pace and he's developing rapidly, so not one to count out here. Same with CRX Mars and Ty's 24. Obviously, Ty's literally just getting the Ferrari seat today from the wheel, which is very fortunate. But yeah, he's shown some incredible pace. He's got very unfortunate in the races he's been in. But in qualifying, without a doubt, he's been one of the quickest out of everyone here. And I'd say IRT Ferrolando, he struggled with his races, like I just mentioned with Ty's, but he has some pace on his day, just like every driver in this grid. So it'll be really fun to see. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of drivers that you guys just mentioned there that have some really, really impressive pace showing up. I love how this league has almost... I want to say every single driver in this league is insanely quick, and that's what makes it so entertaining as well, to see these drivers just going head-to-head, just the laps coming down to the wire, to the 1,000th of a second. It's that close. A few drivers that I want to mention as well. We mentioned them. You guys just mentioned Thugbird in the McLaren. This is his first race, as we did mention, but he is in some other leagues, as we also did mention. Some other ones would be KRL, LSR. I think he's also in, what was the other league that I think, Will, you mentioned another league that he's in. But yeah, one driver to look out for. I think he's going to be on some really good pace. I mean, showing it right now, P3. Another driver to look forward to is Name Changer, and I have not seen the performance of Name Changer in previous events. But right now, it shows that he's a very quick driver, top of the timing sheets with a 114.0. That is, in my opinion, a insanely quick lap time. And that's almost into the 113s. You don't see that very often here at Spain.
Yeah, I mean, well, he's a Shizou driver, and obviously Shizou has an incredible reputation. So I'm expecting big things from Name Changer. Obviously, 114, currently 6/10 quicker than Zero, which is unbelievable, and Zero is one of the quickest in the league. I think he could really spice things up. as you mentioned, though, Broom, like, everyone's got really good pace around here. Like in the league with, you just don't know who's going to be in the midfield, who's going to be on the podium, who's going to be just out of the points. That's the thing. Like in the past races, it was in Silverstone and the Irish Grand Prix. We actually saw, I think it was from all the way from 4th to 6th or 7th. They were battling out for literally the whole race. So if we can see that here, then crikey, it's going to be some show. But yeah, so that's just highlighting on what you said, really.
Yeah, definitely agree there with you. There's a lot of action to come. And you mentioned as well that 4th or 7th or something like that through that pack, they were battling all race. I think that just proves what a league this is when it comes to battling on track. A lot of drivers can put in some really good performances. A driver to keep an eye on right now is 08K, who is, I think, coming into pit lane. He just made a little mistake at the end. I do believe it was turn 13 or 14. Where he made a little mistake, lost the car a bit. An easy mistake, as this track is very difficult on traction. That is something to keep an eye out, viewers, as a lot of different turns are going to be difficult for drivers to get grips with. For instance, turn 2, turn 6 and 7, turn 9, turn 12, 11, or turn 11, 12, 13. And I do believe 14 and 15, that chicane can be difficult as well for traction. So a lot of traction zones for around here that people have to be worried about, especially with a lot of curbs that could affect coming off of the curbs, affect the drivers quite a bit. So we'll have to see how that works out. But it looks like a few drivers are going out on track to start their laps. Someone I'm kind of worried about is Hida, who is about to start a lap on the medium compound tires. He's down at 17th, has not set a fastest lap. If he wants to keep this championship lead, he's going to have to set a really good lap here.
Yeah, you'd imagine he's just invalidated every single other run he's done, or maybe he just left it to the very last second as to not wear out those mediums, which it looks like he wants to start on, and I would say they are probably the better option around here. I'd say the medium hard strategy is probably superior to any starting on the softs.
Yeah, just going on from that, sorry. As you were saying, like, Broom, with areas of the track that you struggle with traction, this isn't to do with traction, but reason why I have a feeling Hiddy will be starting on mediums, and as Luke said, it is the preferred tyre strategy. Round turn 3, your front left gets so hot around here, and often causes you to oversteer, and that corner, when you oversteer, loses you a bunch of time. So if you can keep the temperature down in your tyres, which it's easier to do in these mediums, lasting longer, etc., then you're going to be gaining so much time. And obviously, wear around here in softs as well isn't ideal. I think it's a lap 6 pit, and mediums is lap 14, I believe. I'm not too sure though. So yeah, if you can really nail the strategy around here and have good race pace, then honestly, like, it's all yours on the mediums.
Yeah, we'll have to find out how this works out with tire strategy. It's a big thing to consider here. As we just had Hida go P8 only on the medium compound tire. That was, I want to say that was a very quick lap, but I think we've seen a bit quicker from Hida. But you got to remember, he's on the mediums. A 1:15.1 on the mediums. That is a very quick lap. So you look at where he is on the grid, P8. You would think that's a little bit low for Hida, since he has a driver that is consistently qualifying in the top 3. But you got to remember, he's on the mediums, and that's a 1:15.1 on the medium tire. That is a very quick lap. And he had purple sector in the second sector. So we'll have to see how that works out. A lot of factors to go into this race, as we do have Furry Lando spinning at turn 12, I do believe that is. That's a traction zone, so you got to watch out there. Oh, it's an AlphaTauri! Comes into the wall, and I do believe that might be 0? Is that 0? That is 0! And I think he was on a lap. Furry was just right on the line, and that is going to affect 0. I think he's going to be very frustrated with that, because he already he came into the pit lane, tried to get a new set of tires in. He did eventually, but that was really unfortunate for Zero, so he will stay P3. Can anyone else improve? It looks like only driver out there right now is Vaneski and Ties. What about those two drivers? Let's see about Ties. Yeah, and they're invalidated, is that what we said?
No, Vicensky's just let everyone past, binned the lap off early. Not sure about the others though.
Yeah, Tease is invalidated, so he'll be last on the grid.
That's a shame, not what we like to see. But yeah, that's unfortunate for Ties. But yeah, it's tough track, got a nail laps, and Disco Stew, who's usually qualifying like a P5, is in P9, and Tech 31 Racing as well. So I didn't expect to be up in P6 actually. So that's a bit of a shock.
Yeah, we're looking for a very, very tight race. And if you look at the times, this is kind of what I was saying with Hida as well. Like the actual positions looks like they're in different positions from where they usually are. But if you look at the qualifying times, it is so close between these positions. Look how close the drivers are right now, especially through like second all the way down to about sixth. Is insanely close. Actually, it's about second to eighth is about like just a few tenths. Furry Lando does have a 10-place grid penalty, which is really interesting. That means he got 2 penalties during that, and I think that may have been for the collision with Zero, and he might get more because I think Zero will be going to the stewards about that. But the qualifying session is over here today. Your pole position driver is Name Changer in the Red Bull Racing. That is very impressive for the driver coming into this league as a reserve, of course. The other reserve driver, Thugbird, is second fastest, and I feel like that is a very good position for him, but he could have been third if Zero completed that lap. I think Zero could have finished P2, but he eventually did finish P3. I want to know you guys' thoughts on the race, though. Predictions, tire strategy, those two things are going to be really crucial for our race here today. And also, yeah, I want to know what you guys think about our drivers, who will come out on top, basically just predictions and strategy. I want to know everything from what you guys are thinking.
Well, personally, Hiddy has got it on the strategy. Everyone up to that is on soft, so I can imagine if he can... a 1:15.1 is a really good time on mediums, by the way, so let's not play that down. If he can translate that pace into the race, I can seriously see him getting on the podium. But honestly, I think just Name Changer showing the pace on those softs, I think it's going to be Name Changer, Hiddy, and Zero all on the podium. So yeah, there you have it. Medium tyres going to be benefiting hugely on this track. So yeah, that's my prediction there.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's too fussed about his grid position. I'd just say he's more focused on being the lead medium runner, which I think he is. And yeah, I'd look out for Tease as well from the very back of the grid. Is he still on the mediums? Yes, he is. A few people on the hards as well. Headshot, Fisco, and Young Potatoes. Interesting to see whether they make that work and be faster at the end of the race. But yeah, I'm gonna say Name Changer in P1. I'm gonna go for Hidda P2, and I'm gonna say Tugbird will get P3 here.
Awesome predictions from you guys. Just really excited for the race. Gotta say, those predictions sound absolutely amazing. Can't wait to see whose prediction does come out on top. I don't think I want to give my prediction because I want to wait. I don't want to jinx anyone, to be honest. So we'll see how that works out. But
oh yeah, go on, spill.
I can't. Oh, fine. All right. I'm going to go. Oh, dear. I'm going to go hit a P1 just because of his pace. I'm going to go Name Changer P2. And just to be funny, because of our podcast that we did, I'm going to go Disco Stew in P3.
Oh, Stu, gotta love it.
We need.
Don't mess up Disco.
Yeah, God, oh God, he's lying it now on you, Stu. He's got his career on the line.
All right, well, let's
Yeah,
quickly
man.
do the rundown of the grid before we get into our race. So we got Name Changer on pole position alongside Thugbird, both reserves, 1 and 2. Absolutely incredible. Then we got Zero, AK, CRX Gods, and CRX Mars. Drivers that I think are going to be really impressive in the Grand Prix. Then we got the second Williams of Tech 31 Racing alongside Hida on those medium compound tires in P7. Disco Stu starts P8 alongside the Honda-powered Red Bull, the second Honda-powered car on that row of BPRL. And then we got Headshotless on those hard compound tires. Let's see if that works out for him. Then we got Portudude, Vaneski, Let's Get Fiscal, Yum Potato, Worry Cloud, MWRL, Kylet, and then Furrylanda with the 10th place grid penalty, and Luke 2 Red and Tease rounding out the grid for Scuderia Ferrari. But it looks like we're getting ready for our drivers to get to the race. 33 laps await us here today. The formation lap is over. Our commentators, of course, Broomhandle 914, Will, and Luke Flano. Let's get into the race. Are you guys excited? I hope you are, because let's get into the Spanish Grand Prix. We're here for round 6 of BPRL Season 2.5, and the 5 red lights are out, and away we go. And it looks like a great start for the second place driver of Thugbird. Looks like an amazing start for Zero as well, making up after qualifying, and Zero has got into third position. He's trying to go down the inside of the McLaren. Looks like he's going to go for it. The Williams are going side by side as well as we come down into on this contact. There's major contact. Zero's round, and he's in the wall. Disco Stu up to P5. Absolutely amazing start. Thugbird got compromised there. He's down to P4. Tech 31 Racing up to P2. The two Williams are second and third as the safety car has been called out. I do believe that is for Zero at the back of the field. Absolute carnage on the first lap here in Spain.
Oh no, that is awful, Broom. I just want to highlight on what happened there. I had a perfect view. Well, from what it looks like, there was a Vapor Alien going on the inside at turn 1 and getting a little bit of spin, and then I think Zero just had to go wide to avoid that, and then obviously the apexes here are absolutely brutal, and it just bit him right in the tyres, and bang, off he went. Hopefully he can regain his positions in this race, but you just don't know. Okay.
Yeah, two Williams moving from, I can't remember where they started, but up into second and third. It'll be interesting to see if they can maintain that position. It'll be interesting to see if any of these soft runners will now ditch those tyres and go on to the mediums or hards under this safety car. I don't think they are.
Disco Stu's going into the pits.
Very interesting.
Position.
Yeah.
Alien follows him in. Fiscal on the hards. Paying same with Young Potato, two hard runners.
It's probably the wiser thing to do here, because obviously you've seen Name Changer sticking out, but it's probably wise getting rid of those softs when you can, and getting onto a harder tyre compounders. That is probably going to be preferred for the drivers in the long run around here, probably after 5 laps or so. But I just want to say, people who've benefited hugely from this start is, as we've mentioned, both of the Williams drivers of Tech 31 Racing, Gods, and also I believe it's Luke 2 Red is up quite a few positions as well, going into P13, but I'm not too sure. But yeah, that's all I have to say for now, Bruce.
Yeah, very interesting start to the Grand Prix. Of course, we've had many changes in the race. You guys did a perfect job with highlighting everything that's happened and everything up to this point. Really, really interesting tire choices that these guys have gone for. I want to say there's a lot of different strategies going on at this point. Really, really exciting. As I said before, the overtakes are the highlight of racing when it comes to Formula 1, but we all have to remember that strategy is a crucial part in racing as well. So we have to make sure that these drivers get the best strategy. So it's up to the drivers to see how this will work out. But what we are seeing on track at the moment is some drivers have sticking on their soft compound tires, particularly first, second, third, and fourth and sixth have stood on their tires, and that's actually all the way down to Luke 2 Red. They've all stuck with their normal tires that they started on. Another driver that has benefited from this safety car is Hida, who is up to P5 in the Grand Prix on the medium compound tires. Now, this has really worked out for him, and so if he can be able to catch after the drivers ahead and get ahead, that'll be very good. And I think the reason why the drivers on the softs at the front did not pit is because they didn't want to lose track position, and that's something that you don't want to do around here. You want to keep your track position, as anything can happen for around here at Spain. Something else I want to mention as well is the hard compound tires. Some drivers have pit for these tires, particularly MWR Kylet and Teese have pit for the hards, but Teese is now just pit for a set of 2-lap-old mediums. Surprising that that has happened. Now, I want to get your guys' opinions on strategy before we get into the restart of the Grand Prix, because I do believe the safety car might be going in at the end of this lap.
Well, yeah, I was just going to say, Teese has put on his old mediums, so not sure what's gone on there. However, obviously, as I've said, it's mediums going to be preferred in the long run. I think it's as you get to lap 4, your front left just is butchered, as we see a Haas spinning on the formation lap. I believe that's Headshot Lessie.
Oh no!
Yeah, going around turn 8, just on the exit, looks like he's spun and he's dropped quite a lot of track positions there. But yeah, I'd honestly think it's medium to hard. Softs are going to be a real struggle if you're wanting to keep them, but safety car, you can extend them a bit longer. So yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, I would have to agree that medium hard is probably the best strategy around here. I think these soft runners would probably go for soft, medium maybe, or maybe soft, hard, and then hope for like a safety car towards the end. Maybe go back on the softs. Not too sure. As I think I've always gone on the mediums around here, so I wouldn't really know. As I think we're getting back on the way here.
We are getting back underway. Looks like a pretty good start for our drivers up at the front. Really good start for Hida as he's going on Thugbird for P4. There's a yellow flag already. That's a Red Bull, and I do believe that's also Vapor Zero off the track. That's Elian and Zero. Another incident for Zero. Can't believe this, but here goes Hida round the outside of Thugbird. Oh my goodness, this is so close between the drivers. A little bit of pinching going on, forcing other drivers off the track. Hida stays in P5, does not get ahead of Thugbird quite yet, but Thugbird goes very wide there. This could allow Hida to go for a move. No, not quite yet. Has to stick behind. But back at the towards the back of the field, what happened with Zero and Vapor Ellie? And it looks like a headshot was also spun, and or something happened with him. He hit the pit. What happened with all of the drivers towards the back of the field?
Well, I believe they were going around New Holland turn 16, and just damage. They've hit each other, and I didn't quite catch it, but yeah, it looks to be Zero and Elian both have severe wing damage, so they're going to be having to pit. Headshot Lessie could have been involved in it as he pitted, so I'm not quite sure what's gone on there. But yeah, we'll just have to wait till after the race and see what the drivers say, because I unfortunately didn't catch it. I don't know if Luke did.
No, I was looking at the front as well. I think I've heard from Elian in like other leagues and stuff. He recently moved to a wheel, so maybe just spinning. I'd assume he just spun and then just Zero unfortunately got collected by the sideways Red Bull. Very unfortunate for him.
Sounds like you guys are right there. I have to agree with you. It could just be a little racing incident. We don't know exactly.
Stu going off track.
Disco!
I'm telling you, it's commentator's curse. You've done it.
I have done it. I am so sorry. That's why I said I don't want to say anything.
Oh, IRT making a move, possibly. Yes, he is going into 10-5. Kylet's staying ahead though. This could be a tasty little bout here.
Yeah, let's see.
Teammates obviously came to blows in the British Grand Prix when they could. I think there's a bit of discussion whether or not there was contact when Teese spin. I don't think there was.
Whoa!
What a big dive bomb!
That was
a Teese.
Huge dive bomb.
Yeah. As Teese getting squiggly.
To get going, and now he goes wide. There's the place.
Yeah.
Tech 31 Racing pitting. Yep. Why is he pit?
Potential damage, maybe. Not too sure. I haven't really been paying attention to that battle. I've been paying attention from the P12 battle to P10, really. But yeah, it's probably tires, if anything, Broom. Oh,
very interesting. As we are looking on board with,
we see Potato. Potato's been forced off track by Ty. Sorry to interrupt you there, Broom, but
all good, all good.
Looks like there's just been a lot of barge board rubbing there, so I'm sure that's gonna go down.
Yeah, then Potato's spinning. Like you said, looks like he is back on track though. P14, he's just coming to the back of, coming to Disco Stu, who's right behind him. So Disco has recovered from his little incident at turn 3, and he's back on the charge for points. So that'll be good for him. But up at the front as well, we got Kyle and for Lando. Is Lando going to send it? No, not quite yet. Smart move. Don't want to send it if you're too far back. But Kyle right now in the Renault is just under pressure from Furry Lando, but he's also trying to make a move on Luke 2 Red. But look how close Furry Lando is. He almost spins the car, gets so close to the back of the Renault. Is he actually going to send it into the chicane? No, not quite yet. That was very close to contact, I want to say. But Kyle is going to have DRS, but he goes very wide. I think that's just down to the tires. Is Furry Lando going to make a double overtake? Let's see how this works out. Kyle blocking as much as possible because he wants to make the move on Luke 2 Red. Here we go. It's not going to be easy. Interesting. Oh! And Furry Lando in the wall for Ferrari, and that is I want to say that was Luke 2 Red's fault. I think he kind of forced him off the track there.
I'm not too sure, really. I mean, it's tricky with there. Like, obviously, you've got quite a lot of oversteer now going on in those softs, but yeah, not too sure really. It's risky because people are making moves going in there, so I'm not sure why Lando would try and make a move when it's like, you know what I mean? He's got to take in the conditions. Obviously, they've got just a move made, and yeah, in my opinion, silly move. But I was just wanting to reference something actually, Broom. Ferrari are 10 points behind AlphaTauri in the championship, so they need everything they can get, and they've got two very strong drivers in the car, so they should be able to pick up some good points here, but it's just not looking like it at the moment. I'm not sure what you think about that. But
here goes Tease actually on Luke Flano. So, sorry, not Luke Flano, Luke 2 Red. Luke Flano, you're in the booth. Actually, I do want to actually get Luke Flano in here. Luke, you, what's your take on that incident between Luke 2 Red? And then I want to talk about what Will just said with the standings as well between AlphaTauri and Ferrari.
Looks like Lando spun again.
Oh,
yeah,
he did.
I would say, I think it was a very impatient move from Furry Lando. Obviously, I think Kyla just got past Luke 2 Red, and he would have been on the back foot. Obviously, could have just waited, maybe got a run through turn 3 up to turn 4, and I think he's got himself to blame.
Oh, he's spun again by the looks of it. Lando now, yeah, he's coming into the pits, getting lapped already by Name Changer. This isn't looking good for him. Yeah, he's getting lapped now.
That is not good.
No, not at all.
Here goes Thugbird. Sorry to interrupt you there, but Thugbird just made a move on Gods for P2. Very easy maneuver for the McLaren, and that was a good move. Furry Lando is out of the Grand Prix. Sorry to cut you off there. Will, what were you saying?
Oh no, I was just highlighting that Thugbird was going to possibly make a move, but he beat me to it, mate.
Well, yeah, he did make the move, and that was a pretty easy overtake. What would you say about that?
Well, I mean, this DRS straight going from turn 16 to turn 1, as we see. There's that Luke 2 Red spinning. Yeah, Luke 2 Red looks like he's spun there going out of turn 2. But back to what I was saying. Oh, there's so much going on.
Oh, Tease has spun now.
Tease has spun. Oh my god.
Oh no, not the other Ferrari. No.
This is not good. The Tifosi, crikey.
I think another commentator's curse has come in here, because once you said Ferrari just need a good result to overtake AlphaTauri, here goes Disco Stu to overtake Tease, and he's got ahead. So pretty interesting how that's worked out.
He's gone again.
Oh no.
The tires are too hot.
Oh no, I'm feeling all sorts of Ferrari now. Yeah. But what we can really get now is AlphaTauri. This is the perfect time for them to really extend their gap on Ferrari, with one Ferrari out and the other struggling really badly. So yeah, but that DRS straight from turn 16 to turn 1 is just huge. So you're going to expect lots of overtakes there.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you.
Talk about both pit for the hard tires.
Interesting. That's interesting. So they have pit for the hards. What's your take on that with the tire strategy? Can they make those hards to the end? I mean, personally, I don't think so. But what do you think?
It's definitely possible.
Yeah.
I know you can. It is hard to look after your tyres here, as we see Teese retire from the sessions. That's both Ferraris out now. Disco Stu is going to be looking at this opportunity, licking his lips, and he's going to take it. He's got to take it. This won't come around much longer, but I think it's certainly possible to make the hards to last here. Just going to have to, as it gets to the final few laps, you're really just going to have to eke the tyres out. But let's not forget there can be a safety car, which you have the opportunity to pit off hards, go on mediums, etc., etc. So I think we will definitely see a lot of varied strategies with that. But yeah, what do you think, Luke?
Yeah, I think I would agree. I'd say obviously they can't make it, but you know, they'll be dead at the end of the race, basically.
Yeah.
I think the leader, I think Shazoo name changer pitted as well, just there for hards.
Yeah, he's pitted last lap as well, I believe.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I think maybe it would be interesting to see if they can make it and they can maintain like a good pace to still get a good haul of points for their respective teams.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, I'm currently on board with Thugbird, and the amount of oversteer that these hards are giving him is incredible. He's not struggling, but you can certainly see the difference. So if they're going to be like this on the early laps, not sure how drivers will fare with them towards the end. So yeah, that's what I've got to say, Drew.
Very interesting. So, yeah, this is going to be something that is going to be we're going to probably talking about the entire race, is how are these hards going to fare for the drivers as they are pitting. And I think it's got to be either Jeff telling them this, or they're seeing other drivers on track going for the hards, and they're going for the hard strategy. They know this is a good strategy, because I'm very surprised to see them pit this early for the hard compound tires, but I think it is possible you can go to the end on hards from here. It's just, like Luke said, they're going to have to maintain their performance and hopefully score some good points for the respectable teams. But yeah, a lot of drivers out there looking for some good points. I think there's some big battles going on track at the moment. The thing I actually wanted to kind of look at and see how this is going to work out is the battle for P1. And a lot of people are probably thinking, what am I talking about? We haven't really seen a huge battle for P1. Well, what I'm thinking is that I've seen many races here at Spain where the driver in the lead of the race is able to gain so much time that they almost get an entire pit stop ahead of the second place driver. It's that crazy. So it could be that situation with Hida and Name Changer. Name Changer is going to have to push as much as possible right now, but he could be in this point where once Hida pits and comes out behind, Hida could be flying with whatever tire he does pit on, so we could see a huge battle for P1 between Name Changer and Hida. And don't forget, there's also some other drivers out there, particularly Tech 31 Racing, CRX Gods, and Thugbird. Those three drivers are battling out for the podium. And we can see a very interesting battle there as well. As we have Yum Potato trying to go for a move on Disco Stu. This is going to get interesting. He's going to send it. No, quite yet. He has to stick behind, and that's a good decision from Yum Potato to stick behind in the second racing point.
Yeah, I mean, just going off what you were saying, Broom, I'm not too sure what the pit is like here. I think it's fairly long. I think it's, 25 seconds or something. Don't count me on that. I believe it's around that. Name Changer is currently 13 seconds away from Hidda. So Hidda is not clear. Name Changer is actually gaining. He's gained a whole second on that last lap. So it's going to be really interesting to see how far they'll come out at and where they'll come out at. Obviously, Name Change is going to be on worse tyres. Hidda will be on fresher tyres. So could be a chance to really gain on Name Changer for Hid there. But yeah, it will be really interesting to see. But I think that's going to be where Battle for P1 is now won. Just going to let you know as well, pit window is open now for people on the mediums. Recommended latest stop is not P16, sorry, lap 16. So we could see Name Changer possibly get within a 10-second gap if he keeps going how he is. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting with that. So yeah, I personally, that's how I think the race will be decided.
Yeah, this is going to be really interesting between our drivers. There's a lot of different questionable actions to be taken here. Will the tires last? How will this pace vary now compared to later? Will one driver be able to pull out a better performance once they do pit, particularly Name Changer and Hidda, as Name Changer is going for a move on the Mercedes. Let's get physical. They're going side by side in turn 11. Name Changer has to get these moves fast because he is in traffic. He has to keep up the performance that he is doing. As Hidda now pits, he's going for the undercut. He's pitting now to try and cover off Name Changer so he can be in a better position, because if he loses more time, oh my goodness, Portuguese just coming into the pit lane, and Name Changer had to slow down a bit. Hidda, where will he come out? He's going to come out behind Name Changer. That's to be expected, but I think he's gonna come out behind this train, or right in the middle of this train of cars, for about P5. This is not good for Hidda, as the Racing Point of Beyond Potato sends it. Oh my goodness, that was really far, and and there's contact. There's Major, and Disco Stu is out. No. Disco Stu, safety car. Safety car has been called out, and I do believe that was one of the Racing Points just hit Disco Stu there. Oh my goodness, Disco Stu out of the Grand Prix. He has been literally taken out of the Spanish Grand Prix.
Oh no. That's just awful. I don't believe it was one of the Racing Points, actually. I think it was actually Thugbird that had contact with Disco Stew there on the exit of turn 2. But either way, that's just awful. Broom, your prediction's already wrong.
I know.
But that's horrible for Stu. Now this is going to really throw a spanner in the works for the constructors. Last Alpha Tauri now left is Zero, who's down in P15 with a penalty. So yeah, this was a good chance for them, but that's so unfortunate for Stu there. I'm sure we'll get to see it after the race. We see lots of drivers coming into pit now off the hard, so this has really worked in Hidda's favour, with all of the drivers pitting. So now we can see him actually going up to P2 on fresh hards, and I don't believe Name Changer has actually pitted. Let me get this up for you. Name Changer hasn't got on new tyres, so this is going to be really interesting now, and that has worked delightfully for Hidda there. So now we could really see the battle for P1 come along. Yeah, this will be incredible. Well, let's hope.
Yeah, from my point of view, that crash, it looked to me like Young Potato kind of moved to the left to open up the corner and just didn't see Stu there, and just hit him.
That's what I thought too. It looked like a Racing Point. I'm actually going to look back at the stream and see exactly what happened here between these drivers. But But yeah, basically right now what's going on is the big battle for P1 of what we've been talking about. And of course the huge crash between Disco and another driver, I do believe. Is one of the racing points. I'm actually looking at it now. And we do, yep, it was, who was that? I want to say that was actually, that might have been Hida, actually. I think that was Hida. That was Hida.
Really?
I think it was Hida. He made contact with Disco Stu because Young Potato sent it. No, it was Young Potato. It was Young Potato, and he made contact with Disco Stu, and it looked like Disco Stu was just on the outside, and literally, it looked like Young Potato just swerved and kind of maybe made a little bit of contact and sent Disco Stu into a spin. So that's going to be looked into after the race. But yeah, very, very big things happening with that crash. Will, you just mentioned there that Hida is on fresh tires, 1 lap old tires, compared to Name Changer, who is on 5-lap old tires. This is the battle for the lead of the Grand Prix. This is the ultimate battle to see who will come out on top. Name Changer or Hida. Red Bull v Racing Points. It's Sergio Perez's past car versus his current car in this fight for P1. This is going to be absolutely insane, as Vapor Alien has just been given a drive-through penalty for speeding under safety car. Alien has not had the best Grand Prix here today. Unfortunate to see that, but he's going to be pitting to, I'm assuming, put on some fresh tires. Then he's going to have to start that drive-through. But everyone's going to catch back up to the pack. This is going to be huge, though. We have a lot of drivers out there, and I'm sorry to keep rambling here, but I did want to mention Let's Get Fiscal, who is on the medium compound tires, P7 at the moment, 1 at Hungary. We know how good Let's Get Fiscal can be. He's our last champion, of course, in BPRL. A driver to really, really consider for a possible top 5, a possible top 3 finish here today.
Yeah, I mean, just highlighting from what you said, Broom. Hida, it says on the screen to our left that he's on 1 lap. But if you actually think about it, his tires are going to be as good as new. He's not really using too much traction. He's not pushing. He's just trying to keep the temperature in these hards. So think about it. Hida's got a whole 5 laps on Name Changer's tyres, and Name Changer really had to push to get through the pack as well. So this is going to be really, really interesting for everything, and see how it will play out. So yeah, I'm really hoping we can get a really good safety car restart, and we just have some absolutely phenomenal racing.
We'll have to see how this works out between all our drivers. A lot of stuff to talk about during the race. A lot of a lot of big things that can happen. We're mentioning Hida, of course, a driver that has a huge chance for winning the Grand Prix. It's literally just him versus Name Changer. We could see Thugbird and Gods and Mars, Vaneski as well, Let's Get Fiscal, all these drivers in the action as well. But I think they're on different sort of strategies when it comes to tire wear, as they're on older tires, but you never know what could happen. This is going to be a very, very exciting restart. Can't wait to see what happens, because, I mean, for the past couple of races in BPRL, we've had absolutely insane races where super unexpected racers come up to win races, and it just brings us to some really, really, really good racing out on track. So we'll have to see how this works out. A lot of racing to continue here at BPRL. We're now on lap 18 of lap 33. We have a few laps remaining, of course, about halfway point in the race. It's been an absolutely amazing Grand Prix. Want to say a big thank you to our fellow commentators, Luke Flano and Will. You guys have been absolutely incredible so far. Can't wait to continue commentating with you guys on this race and in the future as well. Viewers, also want to make sure that you guys are subscribed to the BPRL channel, because of course you can see BPRL content on this channel for every single live stream of each of the races, all the way up from it's been almost, I think it's actually been every single race we've had a live stream. So I want to say, viewers, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you can see that, and also you can catch up on other content going on at the moment. We also got the podcast going on. That's been going absolutely brilliant. So we'll hopefully be able to see how, if you guys can just subscribe, that'd be great. And yeah, we can get this race underway, and yeah, let's see how this works out. But we do have Name Changer that leads us away. Safety car does restart, hit a great start on those hards, though. Here's the battle we've been waiting for P1. It looks like Name Changer using everything he can to get away. Let's take a look at telemetry as I'll put it on now. Name Changer sticks ahead into turn 1. Hater just has to back out of that one just for the time being. Then we got Thugbird, Gods, Mars, Vaneski. Let's get Fiscal. As Fiscal's actually all over the back of Vaneski. He's going to try and make a move, and we know those mediums are going to be a lot quicker than the tires ahead. So we can see Let's Get Fiscal making some good moves here. As Vaneski goes very wide, this could put Fiscal in a way better chance to overtake. Is he going to go around the outside? Not quite yet. Vaneski defends the inside, and it looks like he's just going to come out right ahead.
Ooh,
Yeah, watch out for Fiscal.
Car off, in the wall, has in the wall.
Porchy
That
dude.
is one Porchy dude. Crikey, yeah, just going around the hairpin of turn 5. I think who was he battling with? I believe it was Tech, yeah. They're battling, Tech sends it into turn 5 and sends Porchy dude out wide, and yeah, he just goes and lays it out into the wall. So there's what happened for you there. Yeah, it's not ideal for the Haas driver.
As Fiskal's passed Vasinski and Gods in P4, got himself a 3-second time penalty.
Very interesting. Yeah, so that means that Gods does have that time penalty, and that's going to affect his race quite a bit as he is in P4. And as you mentioned as well, Luke, that Fiscal did get passed into P6, so good move by the Mercedes driver.
McLaren spinning, that is Tech 31 racing.
Oh, major contact!
Huge collision at the back.
Oh!
Oh, dearie me. Oh, wow, I'm going to have to clip.
That's a Haas. Yeah, headshot. It was headshot.
Headshot at the Haas, yeah.
Oh god, no. I don't know if you caught that on stream, but McLaren goes and makes a move. The McLaren goes and makes a move down into turn 1, and Tech just leaves him absolutely no space at all. And yeah, spinning, obviously collecting a few people in the track, people having to go wide. So that's what happened there. Tech not having the cleanest of laps.
Oh my goodness. Sorry to interrupt you there, but we got a major battle on track. Young Potato and Alien off the track in the middle of the track as well. Young Potato having a lot of damage. What just happened?
How has he not been hit by someone there?
It's really, oh wow, it's all happening now.
Fiskal's all over the back of Mars now. On the mediums. Could get a really good result here on those mediums.
Move into turn 1.
And Tech 31 just got past Vaneski as well. So major battling going on for P7 and P8 and P5 and P6. Interesting to see how that worked out. Young Potato does pit. I think there was a little bit of contact there with Alien and Young Potato on the Racing Point and Red Bull team. So unfortunate to see there. It looks like Headshotless is also involved in that incident as well. So very unfortunate to see what happened there. But it looks like what is happening on track? Oh,
Sector 2 yellow flag.
Sector 2. Was that a Renault? I think that was a Renault of Kyle, I do believe.
Oh, I believe. I think that could be the Alfa Romeo of Luke, actually. Because yeah.
Oh, Hitter's got a penalty.
Yeah.
Oh no!
That'd be detrimental for him.
That's not good.
Very not good. This could be a game changer because Name Changer, P1 at the moment, that rhymes. Name Changer is in first place with a 2-second gap to Hitta. Hitta's got a 3-second time penalty. That's going to be 5 seconds. So if he stays in this current position, this could put Thugbird up into P2. And I've known Thugbird from different leagues, and he's pretty good on penalties. So I think he could really get a good result. A top 2 finish could be in sight for Thugbird here in the McLaren F1 team car. As we do have about, I want to say, 11 laps remaining of the Grand Prix here today. It's been an absolutely amazing race, and it's not ending anytime soon because we still have a major battle for the current positions. Right now, I think it's Let's Get Fiscal and CRX Mars. That's the closest battle I'm seeing. What are you guys seeing on track?
Yeah, it's Fiscal and Mars. yeah, they seem to be just the closest at the moment. So yeah, I mean, I'll let you know if anything develops as I'm watching the back of the pack, but I can't see much happening. There's all an even gap as Leslie's now into Potato's DRS. But that's literally all that's happening, Broom.
And Luke, what are you seeing on track at the moment?
Well, I'm right on board now with Fisco. I don't think he's going to get the move done this time round. I think Name Changes really has shown what he can do today. Really
Dugbird, I was riding on board. He just spun and hit the car, and he hit the car into the wall. No. Dugbird out of the race from P3. What has just happened? Safety car has been called out yet again, and from a little bit of a quiet moment to an absolutely crazy moment in the Grand Prix, Dugbird is out of the Grand Prix. He has spun at turn 2, and that McLaren retires on lap 23 of 33.
Well, we certainly dropping like flies now. But yeah, I didn't catch that. There was a battle between Potato and Leslie going on, and both broke a wing. Potato just literally stopped in the middle of the track, and Leslie just going right into him. So luckily they've got a safety car to come to fix their problems. But yeah, I'm quite shocked about what went on there. Sad for the Thugbird though, everyone's predictions before the race, we thought he would do really well, but yeah, it's just really unfortunate.
As Name Changer pits.
Name Changer does pit. What about Hidda?
Hidda stays out.
Yeah, Hidda's on fresher tyres as well.
I would probably stay out if I was Hidda.
God stays out as well. What about Mars? Mars stays out as well. Let's Get Fiscal stays out as well. Tech 31 pits. Vaneski stays out. Zero stays out. Kyle, I'm not sure if he's staying out or not, but
Name Changer's gone on the soft. Sorry to interrupt, but I'm
all
questioning that. I don't know how he's going to make these last for 7 laps effectively. Because remember, we'll have a couple more laps of safety car, but he's still got to make them last, say, 7 laps. And that's going to be a real task. Obviously, they're fresher, but his tyres are going to be butchered by the end of it. So he's going to get good initial pace, but I'm not sure how he's going to be looking after he has a few laps have gone by, actually. So questioning that decision, yeah.
Yeah, this could be really, really difficult for Name Changer because, like you said, the tires could not last to the end of the Grand Prix. I've actually been in a race many times at Spain where I've pit around the same lap. It wasn't a safety car though, but I pit around the same lap onto soft tires, and my tires they punctured at 70%. So it could be a really difficult situation for Name Changer, and also he has to deal with traffic. This might be him losing the Grand Prix, but you got to remember as well, all the drivers ahead pretty much have penalties. So basically all he needs to do is get P4 and stay within a 3-second gap to all the 3 drivers ahead, and he will probably win the Grand Prix. So this will be very interesting for a Name Changer. Really, really looking forward to seeing how this race ends.
I would say Fiscal is right in the mix now, going for the win. Obviously, the trick has ahead of him on 3-second time penalties. He's also on a faster compound of tyre, and also the newest tyres of anyone in the top 4. So I think he's in a really good position right now.
Yeah, and plus as well, we know these mediums, they can last till lap 16, and that's still effectively without getting a puncture. So he's got more than enough wear on these tyres to last until the end of the race, so it's looking really promising for him. Also, no penalties, may I add. And just look at Zero as well, going from literally last to P6 now on 9-lap-old mediums. I'm going to have a look at his penalties very quickly. He's got 3 seconds, so a few drivers might pick up, but everyone in front of him, bar Let's Get Fisco and Vicensky, has them. So Zero could actually get a really good finish here, actually.
Yeah, Zero's in a really good position here. Really surprising that he was able to get up there. So someone to keep an eye on is Zero. Like you guys said, from the back of the grid because he had all those incidents. Now back up in the top 6 and fighting for some really big position for AlphaTauri. I thought that the battle between Ferrari and AlphaTauri was going to move on to the next race, but this could bring AlphaTauri to some more points. And so this could be very interesting for Zero to score some big points here today for the team. And of course, we know how good Zero can be. And now he has a chance to restart his performance and get back up there to put on some amazing performances as he always does. We are in lap 25. Hida leads from CRX Mars and then CRX, or CRX Gods, then CRX Mars. And then we got Let's Get Fiscal, Vineski, and Zero. Name changer down to P7. Let's see how it works out for him. Now, okay. This brings us back to, this question that I'm about to ask brings us back to the very, oh wait, hold on a second. Are we going to get I was going to say safety car going to go in very last minute. No, it's not. It's going out for another lap. But, I want to know your guys' opinion on this. This was going back to our original statement that we said earlier on. We all know that this track is a very difficult track to overtake. Now, if you guys were name changer at this particular moment, what is going through your mind? Do you want to make these moves as soon as possible, or do you want to kind of focus and make these moves kind of quietly and more, you know, just better moves? Or do you want to go a little bit more aggressive into these moves and try and get past? It's a really difficult situation, but what do you guys think about that?
Well, I mean, name change is very capable. We've seen his pace on softs. 4 tenths, quicker than P2, which was unfortunately Thugboat, who's now retired. But I'd think he would want to get them done very quickly, as they're all on a worse compound of tyre and on worse and on older tyres. So I can imagine he'd want to get them done, but he's going to get held up so much. But he's also got to be patient. He's got to take into the factors of where he can overtake, because he could potentially lose this race if he doesn't do them quick enough. If you understand what I mean, because Hiddy could just pull away like that.
Yeah, I think he does have to be a bit aggressive to use the soft to their maximum before they die out. But it is, as you said, it's going to be difficult around this track, as there's a limited amount of spots to get overtakes done.
Yeah, then you've also got to factor in as well tyre wear at the end of the race. He's got 7 laps left, as I predicted, and his tyres would probably be on around 6% at the moment with all the weaving. So he's got to make them last effectively, whilst getting these overtakes done and battling. So this is going to be really tough for Name Changer, but I do believe he's capable.
Yeah, this is going to be really, really interesting to see how this works out between Name Changer and Hida, to see who comes out on top here. Of course, Hida with that penalty, starting the safety car now, and he will lead us away down into turn 16 and into turn 1. He's got an amazing start.
Zero! Oh no! Well, that's one up for Name Changer. However, that is unfortunate for Zero. He loses his rear end coming out the corner. Tyres must have been freezing. But
what an absolutely horrible weekend it's been.
Doesn't retire. We were just saying Zero was in a good position as well. What is this? What's this race?
Here comes Name Changer.
Name Changer on Vineski. This is good. And look at Let's Get Fiscal on Mars, just up ahead. And oh my goodness, Name Changer is going to switch to the other side and has to back out that one, but he gets a much better exit off there. And Name Changer gets up into P5. Amazing move for the Red Bull driver. Let's Get Fiscal versus CRX Mars. This is the biggest battle we're seeing on track.
Yellow.
Alpha and I do believe that's...
Oh god. As he resets to track as well, don't know if that's allowed.
Tech 31 also off the track as well. Both drivers have spun at turn 16, at turn 6. I wonder if there was contact there between both drivers as a virtual safety car has been called out. That's a first of those, as Name Changer looks, he was just about to make a move on Let's Get Fiscal just ahead. That's going to affect his performance quite a bit. So this is really coming down to the wire.
Yeah,
what a restart.
I think Tech, same as Name Changer, he's on softs, trying to make the most of them while he still can, just being a bit overly aggressive and impatient there, I think.
Yeah, I mean, like, what a restart from Name Changer. Got really lucky with not getting collected by Zero and Zero spinning. But yeah, as Luke said, he's just being a bit aggressive, and he's got to really watch now because people will be defending really hard for these positions. So yeah, he has got to be quite careful with how he overtakes and where he overtakes, and I have the feeling he will be getting a bit impatient to this point.
Well, let's just see how this works out. It's going to be really interesting to see who comes out on top here. Oh my goodness, let's get Fiscal on Mars. Here we go. And look at Name Changer. This is a huge battle for third place. Let's see how this works out. Name Changer using all of his ERLs. Look how close he is to that Mercedes. I think he's going to try and dive on here. If I were Let's Get Fiscal, I would defend the inside line. He's going to send it though. Name Changer sends it on a 1, but 2. You believe? Oh no, he does not. He does not send it on the Renault. He locks up. But what a good move that was. That no contact, I do believe. And he's up into P4.
There's Alfa Romeo around Luke 2 Red, just going around, which I believe is turn 11. Yeah,
no.
Turn 11. And Luke 2 Red is round, just no space left by the McLaren worried cloud. So there you go.
Here comes Name Changer again.
Name Changer on Mars now.
Positions.
Good move. Yep.
Yes.
Look at Renault right now. P4 and P6. How has that happened between these guys? Kyle is P6, Mars P4. This could be a really good haul of points for the Renault team, but crazy action on track at the moment. We still got Headshotlessly and Word Cloud battling it out for P7. This could turn into P6 as penalties could come into play as well. Fiscal has kind of dropped off the pace. I want to say I think he's trying to catch back up. I think he was kind of shocked a little bit from that amazing move that Name Changer made the move on. But Fiscal stays behind Mars at the moment. I think he's going to try and make a move on Mars. And anyway, if he doesn't get a penalty, he will be eventually P4, so that'll work out. I think he's going to try and go for the podium, I want to say, because he could probably get gods. What do you think about that?
Go on, Luke.
Well, I think the tire difference is going to play a huge part in this overtake if it does happen. I think we might just see it here as gods. Runs wide. I think this is going to be an easy move for Name Changer. I think his focus right now, he's going to get within 3 seconds of Hidden to maybe win, as Hidden does have that penalty.
Yeah, he's gone fastest lap as well for 1:16. I was just going to say as well, like, Renault, obviously, as you said, in 2 very good positions. However, the gap between Alfa Romeo and Renault is Alfa Romeo on 31 and Renault is on 19, so quite a considerable gap there. But as you said, it would be good if they can haul back the points. But now, yeah, Name Changer, it's all about getting into Hiddy's penalty range, which he is now actually, and it's going to be interesting to see where he can get. And if he actually picks up one by pushing to get there. So I'm not sure how many warnings he's on.
I'm not sure either, but he is within the 3-second gap, as you did mention. 2.6 now for Name Changer. He's going to close that quite a bit, but here's the question. Will he get that penalty from pushing too hard? That is the big question. Like we said, 4 laps do remain in the Grand Prix. I think Name Changer, he doesn't have to push at all. He just have to make sure that he doesn't get a penalty. And even if he does get a penalty, it's going to be an on-track battle for the win. And that will give us some entertainment, and it will also give, I think, Name Changer some entertainment as well. And he should be in for a chance of doing that. We do have Let's Get Fiscal on Mars, though, for P4. Is he going to try and send it? Let's see.
I've just looked through the race director, and Name Changer actually has 2 warnings, so he's got to be very careful. One of them was for a collision with Let's Get Fiscal, so that might have been when he was overtaking him a bit too rough. And then the other was exceeding track limits, so I'm not sure if the collision still counts with a penalty, but we'll have to see.
No, I don't think it does. I think he has 2 track limits and the one for the contact.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, there we are, he gets the penalty!
Oh!
How can we say that? Here we are now. This is going to really spice it up. Wow.
No, he's got to push now.
This is. You're right. Yeah, he has to push. This is going to be an on-track battle for the win. we finally have Hida. All he has to do is defend. This is all that he needs to do to stay ahead. Name changer. He's going to be pushing, but he should not push too hard because he could get another penalty at this stage as he goes through turn 16, the final corner. The gap now is 1.5. And we said this, every race at BPRL has been absolutely insane. This is another one as the race lead comes down to, I think it's going to be the final lap of the Grand Prix. It will come down.
Yeah, we're in penultimate lap now, and let's see how his tyres are doing, how wide, if he goes wide. See if he's struggling. I can see he's getting a little bit of blistering on his front left now, if you pay attention to that, if you go on cockpit. You can really see he's going to start to struggle with his left as he's going wide onto the entry of turn 10, really struggling with that front left. Just what we highlighted earlier in the race, but wow, this is what it's going to be. This is what's going to be.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Wow, that was a big corner cut.
Yeah.
Really pushing the limits.
Would it show if he got a warning? Or it doesn't show that?
No, I don't think it shows anymore. It used to, but it doesn't anymore. Zero retires in the pits. Unfortunate.
And he does retire in the pits with the fastest lap as well. So I think the fastest lap will go to whoever is next. And that might be name changer in P2 at the moment.
Yeah,
we're now on the... It is, okay. Good to know. So we are on the final lap. Name changer does have DRS. Oh, this is coming down to the final lap.
He doesn't have any ERS either.
But neither does name changer.
0% actually.
Name changer doesn't have it either. This is coming down to the wire. Only one DRS zone. This is coming down to the wire, viewers. I cannot believe this. I'm sorry, but I think I have to ride on board with name changer, as he's gonna have. He might just have about one chance to overtake Hida.
Oh, I think there's been contact going around turn 2, and it's an Alpha Tauri. Oh no, it's not. It's Zero's.
It's a headshot.
It's taken out Lessie.
Oh.
It's taken out Lessie.
Oh my goodness. This race is absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's nuts. Oh my god, but here we are. This is probably his last chance now.
He's not gonna get past. Nothing he can do.
No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. Oh, Hiddy locks up. They both lock up.
If Hida makes one mistake, it's over. And he makes a little mistake, actually.
He goes wide. He goes wide.
Oh my god, Broom, let's not speak.
This is absolutely insane. And looks like name changer makes a little mistake. It might be over. I think it is going to be over. I cannot believe what just happened. Hida comes around the final corner, and Hida will take the Spanish Grand Prix by just...
Name changer.
And name changer retires.
He's crashed. He's crashed.
Oh my goodness. I think he did it on purpose. Wait, no way he did it on purpose.
Yeah, he did.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
And that is super unfortunate, I want to say. I think he did it on purpose, though, so it's okay. CRX Gods on the podium. Let's Get Fiscal on the podium for Mercedes. Worried Cloud, P4. The two Renaults are P5 and 6. What an absolutely amazing race here today at Spain.
Wow, yeah, that was just incredible. Really unfortunate to see Name Changer just give up like that. I'm not sure what that's about. But yeah, I mean, my prediction was right. Hiddy getting the win. I'm over the moon about that. But yeah, no, it's not a normal race in my opinion. It's rather balmy with the stuff that's gone on in it. But yeah, it's been incredible. It really has just been incredible.
Yeah, at the start of the race I asked for a repeat of Hungary. I think we got that, showing you know, it is possible to have good races at these tracks like Spain and Hungary, the ones that are normally a bit bland and, you know, lack overtaking.
Wow. I am shocked. And I mean, like, I'm so shocked. I'm just absolutely shocked here because what an absolutely amazing race we just witnessed. It had everything. It really did. I'm losing my words because I can't think at the moment. I want to say every race has been absolutely incredible so far. It's always entertaining. We've had insane races. it's just absolutely incredible. Hida continues his lead as championship leader. CX Gods on the podium for Williams, and Let's Get Fiscal on the podium for Mercedes. Absolutely incredible from all our drivers here today. I want to get your guys' opinions on driver of the day, though. Who wants to start off with driver of the day?
For me, it's gotta be Eddie. What a drive! P7 to P1, especially in that environment, having to keep name changer, the guy who was starting on pole, by the way, on the quickest compounded tyre, behind him with a 3-second time penalty, and force him into a mistake. Like, that takes some skill, I'm sorry, but my hat's off to Hiddy, and yeah, that's my driver of the day.
Yeah, I would have to agree there. Just perfectly, everything just fell perfectly for him today. Yeah, P7 to P1, I don't think there's any other option, really.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. You guys are spot on that one. I'm going to agree with you on that one. Hida for driver of the day as well, as he did an absolutely amazing job with holding back the quickest driver, arguably, here today. I want to say another driver that really impressed me as well is Worried Cloud, P4 at the end of the day. I do believe he started outside the top 10 as well. So really good performance by Worried Cloud as well as the rest of the drivers. They did absolutely incredible. I think a few of these drivers will want to come back stronger next race. I think a driver that I think could have been on the podium here today was Thugbird. I think he could have been on the podium if it wasn't for that crash, but you got to move on to the next one. I think we're going to see Name Changer quite a bit on the top step of the podium. He may have not grabbed his first win, but I think it just shows how much good pace he has going into the future of the league. So hopefully he'll be in it in future races, and will give us some absolutely amazing races as he did here today at BPRL. But I think that's going to be it for us here today for the Spanish Grand Prix. Do you guys have anything else to say before we round off our stream?
Week break next week.
Just subscribe to the channel for more of the amazing races.
All right. So, I definitely agree with you guys on that. Definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel, the BPRL YouTube channel, of course. We want to see everyone subscribe so you can see racing content for every single live stream of the commentaries. Every live stream is absolutely entertaining, I gotta say. Also, take a look at our podcast as well. These guys also have great podcasts going on. And also, as Will said, there is a break week next week, so we will not be here for next week as we're doing a little break to get everyone back. Everyone's having their little break, of course, and then we'll come back for the next Grand Prix after our break, and that'll be at the Spa-Francorchamps circuit in Belgium for the Belgian Grand Prix. Of course, that'll be round 7 of the championship race. Absolutely incredible track. Join us then, and hopefully we'll be commentating once again. But want to say, you guys were absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for commentating with me, Will and Luke. You guys were brilliant comms. Thank you so much.
Very welcome. Very welcome. Pleasure.
All right. Well, viewers, as well, thank you to all of you joining into the stream for watching the BPRL's round 6 commentary of the Spanish Grand Prix. It was a absolutely amazing race that I'm sure will be going in that history book as a very intense race all the way down to the final corner of the Grand Prix. But that is it. That is it of the Spanish Grand Prix. Like I said, join us next time for round 7. We'll be off for our break, but we will be back. Then have a great day. Subscribe to the channel. Like this video if you enjoyed our commentary, and we'll see you next time. So for myself, Brumetal914, from Will and Luke Flano, we're signing off here today. We'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.